Hi everyone. In regards to following up on my previous Saturn email, I wanted to check in with everyone. How is everyone going? Saturn has spent the last 2.5 months in Aries. It's about to change back into Pisces beginning of September, I think the 2nd of September. So we have had this 3-month window of testing, I guess seeing, have you noticed the new area of your life that you can feel that if you just had discipline and you put in the hard work, you're going to reap the rewards. That will be the area of your life where Saturn is playing out. This 3-month little tiny bit where it dipped into Aries has been our clue as to when she fully goes into Aries in Feb next year, 2026. We're going to get 3 years of hard work and lessons and tests in the area that we have experienced in this last 3 months. So this has been like the period of having a clue as to what her full sojourn into Aries is going to be like for you come Feb 2026. I wanted to write a really beautiful email and do all of that, but I just don't have time. And this is Saturn in my 3rd house of communication, local travel. The new house we're living in, I now have to do a lot of driving to my daughter's school. So time, which is also Saturn, is time management is where she's drilling me, and more efficient communication. So for me, that's going to be videos. It's easier for me to just talk. I hope it's helpful. So let me know how you're going with this 3-month period. When she dips back into Pisces, 1st, 2nd of September, we're going to have 6 months completing her journey through the house and the area of your life that is ruled by Pisces. It's going to be really interesting to feel these energetics. I wonder if you have felt kind of the ending of one area, this 3 months, like a fresh energy, but almost a fresh energy of hard work. Kind of like you've graduated high school and now you've gone to university. It's still hard work, but it's a whole new area of your life now. And then we're all going to go back and finish what we didn't finish back in Pisces. The main thing that I really wanted to share, and I might do a video or some pictures with a visual, is Saturn is often transiting through 2 areas of your life depending on how late degree your rising is. So if you have a late degree rising, it means your houses start at a late degree cusp, which means it's hard to explain, so I really want to have a visual, but just because Saturn changes signs, it doesn't mean it just automatically goes to a whole new area of your life. Yes, you're going to feel that, but it's usually still sitting in the old area. It's just that it's changed signs, so it's gone to the new area house ruler, but it's still technically sitting in that house. For example, I have like a 28.5 degree rising. That's very, very late. So my Saturn transits, instead of being 2 to 3 years, if I had a 0 degree rising, are like 6 or 7 years through an area of my life, because she wants to really bring home deep wisdom in those areas. So an example of what I'm talking about is Pisces rules my 2nd house of self-worth and money, but mostly you cannot attract money and external worth if it doesn't match your inner worth. So the real journey with the 2nd house is inner worth and inner self-worth, building that self-worth. And Saturn being there has been the push I've needed to do astrology, because she is saying this is your aligned job and your aligned income, right? And so that was Pisces. She's gone into Aries, which is my 3rd house ruler, but she's still sitting in the 2nd house very much. So it's still about self-worth and income, but Aries energy is action, and the 3rd house is communication and time management. So I'm getting a fresh energy on the 3rd house, which is literally driving around, time management, communication, communicating my astrological insights. But while that fresh energy is happening, because she's still sitting in the second house, I'm getting a much deeper integrated learning of the second house values. And so I'm going to try and show you with my hands. Let's see if I can just sit this up here. So how it works, I wonder if I can even get a chart, but how it works is the first house, that like Pisces, my second house ruler of finances, and then I've got Aries, right? She's still sitting in the second house, but I'm getting the first layer of learning with the Aries third house. And then now that she has been through her first layer of Pisces, I'm now getting a deeper integrated learning of the second house lessons, and the first layer of the third is coming through. When she changes from Aries to Taurus, I will have fully integrated the Piscean element of my second house, and I'll be deepening my Aries element of second house, third house, and then I'll be moving over to new fourth house energetics. And so I hope that explains it, but I would really like to do a visual of this. So we're always learning with Saturn kind of two areas of our life. One is going to be the top layer when she first enters the sign, and it's like, oh, wow, this is fresh energy, and I'm going to need some discipline here. And then she changes over and it's like, whoa, okay, now this is like deep integrated learning in the house she's still sitting in. So on the chart, you can see that. Go to astro.com, create a chart. There's a little button at the top. You can click with transits. They're the green ones on the outside, and you'll see Saturn sitting there. And it will be sitting in a house, and it could be the second house, like for me, but it's in Aries, which rules the third. And that's what I mean. We're always kind of in a first layer learning and a second deeper layer integrated learning with Saturn. And depending how late degree you're rising in will depend on how long those sojourns are of Saturn learning. So I hope that explains it. If it doesn't make any sense at all, and you feel called, just book a little Saturn reading with me, and I can just look at your chart and explain it, because I just feel very passionate about understanding where Saturn is in your life, because she's the hard task master, really wanting you to reach your highest potential. If there's one thing you need to know about your chart on a deeper level, yes, Sun, Moon, Rising, but the nodes, your North Node and where Saturn is just two really key things, and you'll understand that why this part of your life is hard right now. And then you also have a time period, and you know it's going to end, and also it helps you to lean in and realize you're not a victim at some unfortunate fate, but rather there's a larger cosmic larger cosmic kind of, I wouldn't even say plan, you know, we are affected by the planets, and they're always wanting us to evolve and grow. And so when you can see where the hard part of your life is happening, for how long and why, then you can lean in, learn the lessons, integrate quicker, and know that this too shall pass. As cliche as it sounds, a hard astrological transit is always just an area of your life to focus on, and that is it, you know. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, and yeah, see you later.